It's a new year, new camera gear. It also means the NFL playoffs are here. And of course, with the NFL playoffs, it means there is a whole bunch of craziness going on. So let's bring in the upsets, the firing of coaches, and of course, the random game-changing injuries. Now, there are already talks about Bill Belichick being the coach for the Giants. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's a bunch of BS. Belichick is staying in New England. Brady just had another terrific season. The tandem of them have won 5 Super Bowls already. They're trying to win their 6th one. Belichick is not going to go anywhere. But if they're going to win their 6th Super Bowl together, it's going to be a pretty tough one. The Steelers and Saints and Falcons are all forces to be reckoned with. And the Titans, as my dad puts it, are going all in with almost nothing to lose. So, Patriots, beware. Because if you've got any turmoil brewing, you better get it straightened up because you're in for a rough playoff season. Yesterday saw the Kansas City Chiefs collapse in the second half of their game, and it's just not good. I've always thought quarterback Alex Smith and head coach Andy Reid were good at what they do. Andy Reid's taken the Eagles to the Super Bowl years ago. He did lose, and Alex Smith, a former number 1 pick, only to fall short every year. They started off as the last undefeated team this year. But of course, then they played the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers decided to share one of the losses with them, as Pittsburgh Dad put it. So the Chiefs, after that, lost to the Steelers. It was just all downhill from there. Alex Smith looked like to be the MVP, and then he wasn't. So I think this might just be the last chance for the Chiefs on the Andy Reid, Alex Smith sort of tandem there you have. One or both of them could be out by the start of next year. And it's a shame because I thought they're both good. Not great, but I thought they were good enough to maybe come close because the Chiefs' defense a couple years ago was supposed to be really, really good. But it just hasn't been holding up everything. They lost key players in that game, and the Titans were able to storm back and get that upset. I know football isn't one of your strengths, as we've seen in the preseason. Your picks were not good as we've now approached the playoffs. So I want to know how your playoff picks now are going to happen. Were your picks this week any good? I went 1 for 1 Saturday. I had the Chiefs, but of course they lost a couple key players and lost the game. But I had the Falcons in winning their game, so 1 for 1. I'd say Sunday's picks, but the game's going on as I'm recording now, so can't really tell you who's winning those games because, anything can happen. So my picks for the Super Bowl, barring injuries, I think is going to be the Steelers versus the Saints. I think those are the 2 best matchups you're going to have. I think the Falcons do have a shot. They have the experience, especially coming off last year's heartbreaking meltdown. They're definitely hungry and ready to win that Super Bowl. But I just think the Saints, between their phenomenal running game and Drew Brees and his passing game, it's just something that's just to be reckoned with. It's going to be hard to stop that revitalized Saints team under Sean Payton. The Steelers, on the other hand, they've got Big Ben, Antonio Brown, and Le'Veon Bell, and I think if all 3 of those guys are healthy, along with their now defense that's been better than the past few years, they're going to be a really hard team to beat as well. But I think the Saints and the Steelers, barring injuries, are probably the 2 best teams right now. And I'll see you on Thursday.